The Benchmarks Foundation is undertaking an inspection of some areas in the Marikana region. Foundation Chair Bishop Jo Seoka and a number of civil society activists will join the community to explore the issues that continue to plague the mining area 10 years since the Marikana Massacre. Let's get more on this with SABC News reporter Sentleeng Lehihi, who's in Marikana. A very good afternoon to you, Sentleeng. What are you seeing around you?
Good day to you, Nzinga, and our viewers. Indeed, we're here in Marikana in Marikana, where we've seen an in-local visit that was kick-started by the Benchmarks Foundation begin here this morning. We have seen some of the interactions that the foundation tried to have with some community members, actually break down intentions, as some community members were actually divided as to who should be representing their needs and who should be coming forth and engaging with the benchmarks for there to be, a full account of the developments that we've seen here in Marikana since the fateful 16th of August 2012. You'll understand that this day, the 10th of August, is very significant because 10 years ago, this was the very day that tensions began to actually show themselves, and we saw a development between this day being the 10th and the 13th, where we saw the killings of about 10 casualties, including mine workers, police officers, and security guards. We saw that these days that count from the 10th up until the 13th actually started to show, the fatal consequences that will soon arise as the date of the 16th arose. We understand that from the benchmark that this visit to this area is quite pivotal because we're trying to measure any sense of development, any sense of, cohesion between these community members. And I must say, being on the ground currently right now, it seems that these tensions are ever going. But let me just get a bit of clarity from the councillor of this community. Ndate, if you can just come closer. Can I just have your full name, capacity, and why it seems that those who say are represented by you are not happy with how this oversight visit came together?
Okay, greetings. Kingsley Tawa Muluti. I'm part of the tax team and chairperson of the ward. The problem in Marikana West, everyone want to lead. There's no way where we elected the councillor and everyone just want to represent the community in mines. So our problem here, everyone want to benefit. When it's time for the councillor to see, they don't care. They just want to lead. So they are not giving now councillor a chance to lead based on the previous political party. So our problem here, everyone want to lead. That's the problem. Should
the problem rather not focus on the needs of the community instead of interests of leadership? I mean, you've got mining operations on your doorstep. There's issues around blasting. There's dust pollution. Why are these issues not at the forefront?
They are at the forefront. We are busy with risk assessment, especially in Tarisa. There's a community unrest part whereby we are busy with it. We have a profile of everything that has been happening. Even the DMR have a profile. We are not saying the mines have been given back. And we don't blame the mines based on the previous leadership. But now, as the new leadership, we sit with the whole management of the mine. It's for the first time in history. We, the people who grew up here, being in charge. So our people are getting hired. As you see, the water is busy here. Time. The pipes are being fixed. It's for the first time. So people are against us based on their own interest, not because of the community. This is not about the community.
Pointed message coming from a resident of here in Marikana saying that the issue here is about leadership contestations. People want to put their own interests ahead of the interests of the community. But he's painting a picture of hope. He says in this community, for the very first time since the massacre occurred, they are now able to sit around the table with mine management and seek an amicable solution, as we're seeing that the road has been, splashed with water to minimize dust. And he's saying these are the ongoing interventions that are coming with the engagement. But let's get a bit of a view from the Benchmarks Foundation chairperson, Bishop Seoka. We have seen community members totally divided ever since your arrival here. They are complaining about leadership issues, but should the complaint rather not be on how do we work together as a community to get mining companies to account? There are shacks all around us.
Yeah, that's true. Our reason for being here is ready to try and find out what development have happened. There are those who say nothing has happened. There is no change at all. There are those that say it's all about business ventures. People are not really representing communities. It's all about what do I get as a person or as a group. But then there's another aspect to it, that there is a political division. The previous councillors were of a different political organization, now were ousted, and the new political organization has taken over, and their councillors are saying, listen, we are doing what needed to be done by the previous council, and they did not do it, and we are doing it now. But what is more critical is that the community is divided more than it was prior to 2012. And I want to believe that Sibanya Stillwater is involved in this creation of parties divisions. And we are here to try and help people understand each other, engage each other, and find a common solution that will benefit everybody, not just individuals, not just political parties, but communities.
We've explored the greater part of Marikana West. Where to from here? How do we bridge these divisions?
We're now going to Sentleeng, where closer to the Kopi, where people were massacred. But we also want to sit down with various community leaders to thresh out these differences, to understand exactly where is the problem, how that problem can be resolved. Because a decade is not a short time. Something should by now have happened in this place. People should be saying, we are proud that Lonmin left and Sibanya Stillwater took over. But there are those amongst this community who say, listen, actually Lonmin was much better. They were engaging with us. The new leadership of this community is saying, no. For the first time, we are sitting with the management and trying to find a solution. So we have that problem of fighting for a common space, for power, and for benefits that are only guaranteed for individuals and their parties.
Thank you very much for your time, Bishop. Bishop Seoka explaining to us there that the tensions and divisions in Marikana are far from over. In fact, they seemingly have gotten to the apex, where we're seeing interests of personalities looking for leadership positions. You know, those interests are now overshadowing the needs of communities. But it seems that, you know, there's disparities. Some saying there are differences here, notable developments, and some saying there's nothing to show 10 years on. As we continue our oversight visit here in Marikana with the Benchmarks Foundation, back to you in studio.
Sentleeng, Lehihi, thanks for the update there.